Ohio State has built a reputation as one of college football's premier wide receiver factories, and the latest name pushing to extend that legacy is Carnell Tate. As the pre-draft process heats up and attention shifts toward the NFL Combine, Tate is making it clear that he doesn't just want to be a first-round pick, he believes he deserves to be the first wide receiver selected in the upcoming NFL Draft. Coming off a season that was anything but straightforward, Tate's confidence is rooted in more than words. Despite battling inconsistency in playing time and dealing with an untimely injury late in the year, the Ohio State standout flashed traits that NFL scouts covet: elite downfield speed, advanced route running, physicality, and a competitive edge that shows up even when the ball isn't coming his way. A season defined by flashes and frustration. Tate's 2025 campaign with the Ohio State Buckeyes was a tale of highs and interruptions. When he was on the field, he consistently demonstrated why he is viewed as one of the nation's most dangerous vertical threats. Defensive backs struggled to stay with him on go routes, and safeties were often forced to shade to his side of the field, opening opportunities for others in the Buckeyes' offense. However, the rhythm of his season was disrupted near the end of the regular schedule. Tate missed 3 games due to a lower body injury that was never fully detailed publicly, leaving evaluators to project what his numbers might have looked like with a complete slate of games. While some players fade from the spotlight in those situations, Tate did the opposite. His reputation remained intact, largely because of how dominant he looked when healthy. His return against the Michigan Wolverines in the regular season finale was especially notable. Not only did it answer questions about his availability, but it reinforced his toughness and willingness to compete in the biggest moments. For NFL decision-makers, durability and mindset often matter just as much as raw talent. A statement moment on a big stage. One of the defining highlights of Tate's year came during the Big Ten championship game, played at Lucas Oil Stadium. On that stage, with conference supremacy on the line, Tate found the end zone early and reminded everyone why he's viewed as a potential star at the next level. Plays like that resonate deeply with scouts, especially when they come in high-pressure environments. Ohio State entered the draft process with multiple players projected as first-round picks, and Tate stands out as the premier offensive skill player among them. While others made noise with standout performances at postseason All-Star events, Tate's approach has been more measured, focused on preparation, health, and making the most of his opportunity at the Combine. Confidence backed by versatility. During media sessions at the Combine, Tate didn't shy away from expressing his belief that he belongs at the top of the wide receiver class. His case centers on versatility. He sees himself as a complete receiver, not just a deep threat. According to Tate, his strengths extend to every phase of the position: precise route running, strong hands in contested situations, sideline awareness, and a physical presence as a blocker. That last point is especially important within the Ohio State program. Under wide receivers coach Brian Hartline, blocking is treated as a non-negotiable skill. Buckeye receivers are expected to contribute even when the play is designed away from them, and Tate has embraced that mindset. On film, he consistently shows a willingness to engage defensive backs and even edge defenders, an effort that often goes unnoticed but is highly valued by NFL staffs. Route running that translates. Perhaps the most compelling part of Tate's projection is his route running. He doesn't rely solely on speed to win. Instead, he uses tempo, leverage, and subtle body movements to create separation. His ability to manipulate defensive backs, selling one route before snapping into another, suggests a level of polish that typically shortens the transition from college to the pros. This skill set is particularly attractive in today's NFL, where receivers are asked to line up all over the formation and defeat complex coverages. Tate's football IQ and attention to detail could allow him to contribute early in his rookie season, especially in an offense that values timing and precision. Health and the final evaluation. The lingering question surrounding Tate is health. Missing time late in the season naturally raises concerns, but his return and subsequent preparation for the Combine have eased many of those worries. Teams will continue to evaluate medical reports closely, but there is optimism that his injury issues are behind him. If Tate performs well in his workouts, showing top-end speed, crisp drills, and explosion, his argument to be the first wide receiver taken becomes even stronger. In a draft class loaded with talent at the position, separating yourself often comes down to the smallest details, and Tate believes his all-around game gives him the edge. A potential WR1 at the next level. Projecting forward, Tate fits the mold of a true number 1 receiver. He has the size and athleticism to win outside, the technique to excel in intermediate routes, and the competitiveness to handle physical coverage. Combine that with his blocking effort and confidence, and it's easy to see why teams view him as a foundational offensive piece. Whether he ultimately hears his name called first among wide receivers remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: Carnell Tate is no longer flying under the radar. His blend of production, polish, and mentality has firmly placed him in the top tier of this draft class. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth coverage of Ohio State football, the NFL draft, and rising stars like Carnell Tate, make sure to subscribe and stay locked in. The draft season is just getting started, and there's plenty more to come.